Hey guys, I want to show you a fun new toy that I just got. It's these purple Coregeous balls that are made by Jill Miller with the Yoga Tune-Up. And I've really been enjoying these, and they're a lot of fun, and I want to show you how I use it with my morning routine right after I wake up. Sometimes, you know, when you're sleeping throughout the night, you're holding on in your bladder to urine for 8 hours. And what happens with that is that when you wake up in the morning, your bladder's been enlarged, it's been kind of holding for a long time, and your visceral fascia, right, that's the connective tissue that holds all of your organs together down here in your abdomen, that visceral fascia starts to get kind of stuck, right? It sort of glues together, it gets some little adhesions in there. And I can feel it when I wake up in the morning. I'll go to the bathroom right when I wake up, and I can feel kind of that stickiness down in my abdomen a little bit. And sometimes if I don't clear out that stickiness, it'll bother my lower back or just bother my hips throughout the rest of the day. And since today is my cardio day, I'm going to go do a whole bunch of running and biking and stuff. I want to make sure that I don't have any kind of stickiness down there, because that's going to mess up my hips, it's going to mess up my breathing. So I want to use this little ball right here so that I can clear all that stuff out as I go throughout the rest of my day. And this guy is fun because it's sort of like a balloon, right? It's kind of squishy, but it's got this really nice durable material, and it's got a good grip on it. It sticks well. So if I wanted to take my skin and I want to twist it or grab it and kind of move it in a way to stretch it, this is a great ball to do that. And they're pretty cheap too. They're maybe like 10 to 15 bucks or something online. They're a pretty good deal to get these guys, right? And they'll last a long time for this. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this ball and I'm going to put it right underneath my rib cage right here so that I can start working and getting pressure up into my diaphragm. And I'm going to maybe hold it there for about 5 breaths. Then I'm going to take it out onto my side a little bit and get that internal oblique, because for me, I know I get a little bit of stickiness in that internal oblique. And then I'll bring it down here over into my hip flexors, a little bit where my bladder was, my iliacus hip flexor right through there, and I'll take about 5 breaths through there. So I'm just going to go ahead and move this camera down here a little bit. You're going to join me on the floor right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little posture, and hang tight there while I move this guy around a little bit. I'm going to do a nice little posture down here on the ground, a little position where I take this guy right here, and I'm going to put it right underneath that rib cage. I got it right there on the rib cage. I'm going to take my right leg and bring it out long. My left leg, you can't quite see it, but I'm bringing it up. I'm bringing that knee up here a little bit, and that way my left side shortens and my right side lengthens. And I can even take my right arm here, and I can bring that arm out long if I want, right? So I'm getting a big stretch all on my right side. I've got the ball right underneath my rib cage, and I'm just going to take those 5 breaths in and out. So I'm going to hang here, and I'll speed it up here, but all right. And I can practice my nasal breathing. And then I can slow it down, maybe do like a 6-second in, 6-second out breath. All right, so I'll do 5 breaths there. That was just 3. Then I can take this guy, move it down a little bit out to the side. I might rotate a little bit. Same thing, keeping my body, my side body really long here. And I'm stretching again, taking those 5 breaths. Then I can go down and I'll bring it into my hip flexor, right? So I'm going to rotate a little bit more. I'm going to get that big stretch in. If I wanted to challenge myself with this guy, I could take my leg and I could actually get my hip flexor back here into a big stretch, right? I could take my leg and go like this, and I can get a big stretch in if I wanted to be ambitious with that. But that's going to be quite a lot on me, right? I got to feel a little bit more up for the challenge if I want to stretch through all of that space and get that hip flexor in. So then again, right here, getting a little bit lower into my hip flexor, a little bit lower into my bladder, opening up that visceral fascia after it's been expanded throughout the rest of the night. And I just take 5 more big breaths right through here. So that's some fun expansion work that you can do using that Coregeous ball getting your body to open up the visceral fascia after you've been sleeping. Maybe you've got a full bladder throughout the night, and that really helps you to undo that stickiness. Even though I did it for a short period of time right now, I didn't do it the full length of breathing, the full amount of time I would normally do it. I already feel really open through there. And then I can do some side bends to help myself get a little bit of movement through there. I could do a little bit of twisting if I want, and I'm ready to go throughout the rest of the day. I don't have to get stuck. It doesn't have to bother my back as I'm going throughout the rest of the day. It feels really good. And it took me, maybe 5 minutes to do that little quickie. So if you're into that, if you feel like you need that when you wake up in the morning, grab one of these Coregeous balls. They're really awesome, and start practicing that. Thanks for watching, guys.